I grew up playing a ton of video games. Splinter Cell Conviction, Counter-Strike Global Offense, Modern Warfare, just to name a few. And in each of those games, there was always the trusty FN57. This here is the Ruger 57. And for the sake of this review, we also brought in the PS90 and the FN57 to compare them against this. Right off the bat, the build quality is exceptional. With really aggressive front serrations, really aggressive back serrations. You have a fiber optic sight and an adjustable rear sight, a full pick rail, and 20 rounds in the magazine. Pretty impressive. A lot of people complain about the trigger. Now, on this model that we have here, it's, for me, a pretty crisp pull. You can hear that. But most of the complaint is with the inaudible, mushy reset. There it is. Now, I can see how for some people that would be a big deal, but until you've actually shot this pistol, you don't know what you're missing out on. It's got an incredibly low bore axis, so we felt that while firing, it was a very, very comfortable shooting experience. Even for me, who hasn't been shooting for years and years like Jim has, it was really easy for me to keep my muzzle down and reattain my sight after every shot. The thing that really caught my attention wasn't the pistol itself, but it was actually the 5.7 round. I heard a lot of rumors that would talk about its armor penetration capabilities, and so I went and dug and have done a lot of research myself. In regards to the round, it's actually really interesting. It's unlike a lot of the pistol rounds that you're probably used to seeing, and because of this, it's able to get really, really high velocity. Depending upon which ammo you're buying, you're gonna get anywhere between 1,600 and 2,200 feet per second. And according to what I've read, that's because of its weight. A lot of these bullets are 28 to 40 grain, and that is quite a bit smaller than the 9mm 115 grain that I'm used to personally shooting. What I found by watching a lot of ballistics tests is that penetration is not the intent of the round. In fact, through ballistics gels compared to a 9mm caliber, it will only go half of the way. Interestingly enough, this round is meant to tumble on impact. So instead of competing with a caliber like a .22 Magnum, it's creating a chasm like unto a .45. This pistol really is a dream gun for me. It's not really one that I ever expected to own, but it's one that I think I'll be keeping. In comparison to the FN57, this is by far the better shooter.
This is the better gun.
The FN57 has a really high bore axis, so at least for me with a really poor understanding of how grip and pistol shooting in general works, I wasn't able to keep the FN's muzzle down as well as I was the 57. Not really knowing how to wrap up a short review like this, if you were to go out and buy this pistol, you can get it anywhere from about $600 to $799 depending upon the stock. It is a pretty hard pistol to come by, but compared to the FN57, this is by far the better buy. The FN57 has a polymer coated slide, so it almost feels like you're shooting a high point or a squirt gun for that matter. In fact, 9 out of 10 times I'm gonna prefer shooting this to other pistols. The biggest downside, of course, is the price of ammunition. Everywhere I've looked, including AmmoSeek, you can't find FN's branded version for under about 55 cents a round, which is a pretty penny. Now you can buy American Eagle's cheaper brand, and that's right around 40 to 45 cents a round, which makes things a little more appealing. All in all, I think the Ruger 57's a great pistol and it's really fun to shoot. Well guys, it's been fun. Hope to catch you on the next one.